was looking off the other direction like, ho-hum. Let's see. Things to do today. Shave balls, check, doing that. All right. Get some lean cuisines. When the fuck did that happen? That shaving your balls is boring? That should be a wild hair up your ass kind of thing you do. When you're whacked out of your brain on absinthe and there's midgets riding around on tricycles, throwing heroin-soaked grapes at you and a couple of hookers and domino mash just work your sack with strop razors and scented lather. Not just, well, yeah, I'm shaving my balls right now. Oh my God, so dull.
Lucky for me, there was another show on afterwards. This one was called I Didn't Know I Was Pregnant. Yeah. And I was like, I didn't know your vagina was the Metrodome. Exactly how many people need to be in there before you realize somebody's in there? The show, by the way, it's not like, oh, I missed my period. Turns out I'm 6 weeks pregnant. No, full term. I didn't have a clue I was 9 months pregnant. Really? Every woman on the show, just so you know, is Mexican, okay? I'm just saying, they're all Mexican. So you know this isn't the first time that they've been pregnant, right? Oh, really? Oh, really? We're gonna play that game? Mexicans don't have babies? Indian people smell good and Puerto Ricans won't stab you in broad daylight? You wanna do that? All right. Here's my question to all the señoritas that don't know there's a baby inside of you. Did you forget all the symptoms? You put on 50 pounds. You think that's from all the churros that you've been eating? You have a bubble belly, swollen feet. What about the kicking? The kicking, ladies. Hey, put your hand right here. What's that feel like to you? It feels like you have a fucking baby inside of you. No, I just got to fart. I got to fart real bad. Then they get to the question that you're dying to ask, which is, well, when did you know you were pregnant? And they all answered the same way. Well, one day I was walking around and I was like, fuck, I gotta take a shit. But then when I went to shit, it wasn't a shit. It was a baby. And you're like, okay, Hemingway, I see what you're saying. But it does beg the question, if what you thought was gonna be a shit turns out to be a baby, what kinds of shits are you normally taking? I'm a pretty big dude. I've taken some mean shits in my life. I've never had a 7-pound, 5-ounce shit. If I did, I would reevaluate everything in my life. Physically, psychologically, spiritually, I'm making changes, and so should you, Marisol. I'm just saying.
It's made me a crazy person. This house is making me a lunatic because I'm worried about my property value and all the neighbors with the weeds, and it's horrible. I recently figured out how to combat everyone. And I'm going to pass on this advice to you. I was on the subway in New York, underground, between 14th and 23rd on an F train. For those 2 stops, you get a cell phone signal. So I had looked at my phone in about 3 minutes and desperate to take a look. Whip it out. Select a wireless network comes up, the box. The wireless network that's available to me on the subway, underground, is lick_my_ass. It's amazing. All right, it has changed my life. Because it used to be, if you wanted somebody to anonymously tell you to lick their ass, you had to go to a truck stop restroom and see "lick my ass" etched into the side of the toilet paper dispenser. A trucker worked on it over time. There's a little hairy ass with a tongue next to it. Sometimes it's a piece of art. Now, with technology, you can send the signal of "lick my ass" by creating a mobile hotspot on your device to everyone in a 2-block radius. Lick my ass, lick my ass, lick my ass. It's untraceable crime. I'm not going to walk around the subway car going, lick my ass, lick my ass, lick my ass. No. It's genius. Why aren't we all doing this? Do you have wireless at your house? You have a wireless network? What's your wireless network called? AT&T. This fucking stupid lady. I'm sorry, but you got to change it. It's a missed opportunity. We all live near creepy people, don't we? People you suspect of doing weird things. You're like, there's that fucking guy again. Just change your network name when you go home. Change it from AT&T to I see what you do. They're on to us. Yeah. I changed mine right away when I got home. I have one in the front and one in the back because I have this little detached garage where I have my office. And so in the front, my network name is now How Many Cars Do 2 People Need? And my one in the back is Awful Lot of Vodka Bottles in Your Recycling. Just saying. I want to change and do this. This is what I'm going to do. This is my new plan. I am going to get $125 a month. I'm going to get a wireless tower in my backyard. I'm going to send out a signal to everybody in my entire neighborhood and provide free wireless for everyone. Right? It's going to be open. It's going to be strong. There's no boxes you have to click. Nothing. But I'm going to call that network Hulk Hogan's Nutsack. Just so I can make a large group of people think about Hulk Hogan's disgusting nutsack. I've never seen it. I didn't see the tape. But I assume that it's gross. One's bigger than the other. It's like a tan orange. It's like orangey tan, but like a tan you'd see on a Nerf ball after it had been left out in the sun, chewed by a squirrel a little bit, and sun and rain, elements on a Nerf ball. You know what I'm talking about. That orange. It's got long blonde hairs hanging off of it. They're highlighted. It says Brother 1 and Brother 2. That's what his nutsack looks like in my mind. And you see what I did to you people? I made you all think about Hulk Hogan's disgusting nutsack, and I can do that to a large group of people on a regular basis. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it go for 4 hours strong. Just run it. I'm going to shut it down for 15 minutes. And I'm going to turn it back on, and then I'm going to turn it off. Just so people in coffee shops in my neighborhood are going to be going, excuse me, are you on Hulk Hogan's nutsack? Because I just got dropped by Hulk Hogan's nutsack. It's usually such a strong signal.
So yeah, married now for 17 years, everybody. Thank you. 3 different women, and just the one, just the same goddamn one. How do you do it, Michael? How do you do it? How do you manage to keep your marriage so strong in spite of all your personal and professional failings? It's a great question. Here's what I've learned about keeping a relationship going. In my case, like, I had to learn how to speak my wife's language because she only speaks in Zen riddles. Like the riddles that Zen masters give to their disciples. That's how my wife speaks to me. You know, like, what is the sound of one hand clapping? That's like a good example of like a Zen riddle. I don't know what the answer to that is, and I don't want to think about it. Here's an example of a Zen riddle that my wife gave to me. We're eating dinner. We finish dinner, push back from the table. My wife turns to me and says, "Why did you let me eat so much?" And when she said that, I knew there was no good answer to that question. Because what would she have me do? Like, as she's taking another forkful of mashed potatoes towards her big fucking gaping maw, am I supposed to, like, reach my hand out and put it on her wrist and be like, "Sweetheart, I think you've had enough"? I don't feel like that was the correct answer to that particular Zen riddle, but because I speak her language, she goes, "Why did you let me eat so much?" I said, "You're so young and skinny." And that is why I am still married, you guys. We have, it's a good marriage. Is it perfect? No. I don't believe in perfect marriages. I don't think they exist. You get these couples who are like, "Oh, we never even fight." I'm like, well, then what do you do? Because what are you going to do? Talk? You've talked about everything already. What are we going to talk about? Your hopes and dreams? Jesus. We've talked about that shit 5,000 times. But there's always something else to fight about, right? You want pancakes? Fuck you, I want French toast. That's marriage. And fighting sucks, right? It sucks. But after the fight, you know what happens, right? Muttering to yourself while doing household chores, right? But after that, silent treatment, right? But after that, couples counseling. A lot of intense couples counseling, you guys. So it's good, it's a good marriage.
Well, this is fun. I love doing shows in Southern California. Thank you, Pasadena, for coming out and having a good time with me. This is a great time. I love doing shows here because I live here. So for these gigs, I get to drive here. And yeah, it's easy. And yes, I drive. Some people are shocked when I say that. They're like, how do you think I get from point A to point B? I can't just cross my arms and go, sim, salabim. That doesn't happen. Here's the great part. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. If you don't believe me, follow me after the show, see what car I get into. I drive a Mini Cooper. Okay, I drive a Mini Cooper, and it's awesome. I love that car, because it fits, okay? It fits. And whenever a midget gets out of a Mini Cooper, everyone always looks at me and goes, "I knew it!" These reality shows just encourage the average assholes to think they can become stars. These shows get worse and harsher all the time. I swear to God, I'm half waiting for a show where they just toss a bunch of paraplegics in a lake just to see what'll happen. That show is coming, believe me. Somebody's gonna come up with a show like that. And you'd watch it too, The Floater. You wouldn't watch a show called The Floater? Everybody would watch The Floater. It would be a super smash hit, and there'd be tons of paraplegics lined up around the block to be part of it, too. I'm buoyant. I'm very buoyant. I want to get on there. Do I get to meet Ryan Seacrest? These reality shows where people just go on and admit to, all these daytime talk shows. That shit is just so decadent. I was watching these daytime talk shows the other day. There were a bunch of women on there who had babies, and they didn't know who the father of the baby was. And they were just proud as shit to be on national television admitting that. And I'm not judging these girls morally. I'm really not, because I do a lot of immoral shit, believe me. but I lie about it and I cover it up because I'm a Christian and I have the decency. I have the decency to create a false sense of well-being in my home, you know? Let's say I go on the road and I snort a bunch of blow with a hooker in Reno, let's say, hypothetically, right? When I get home, I feel pretty shitty about myself, but I don't try to make myself feel better by telling my wife all about it. That would be mean. I carry that pain inside with me. Because I'm a decent person and I care about her and I don't want to hurt her. Because I'm a good guy. So I got to carry all those hooker drug memories in here. All I'm saying, look, these girls are on the show. All I'm saying is there was a time in our history where if you got pregnant and you didn't know who the father was, you thought, wow, I'm a bit of a whore. I think I fucked too many dudes last month. I should have kept better track, maybe kept some records or a sign-in book or something, some kind of something. And you'd be a little embarrassed and you'd come up with some sort of lie to tell the kid, you know, your father was a hero. He died in the war. So at least the kid would grow up thinking he had a hero dad for a while. You know, you wouldn't tell him the truth. You wouldn't tell him, you know, your dad was some fucking trucker that banged me behind the rest area. You know, you'd make up a story. Your dad was a hero. He died in the war. And then the kid would grow up, you know, thinking like, oh yeah, my daddy loves me. I had a daddy that loves me. He's a hero, and he died in the war, you know? And then eventually, the kid would grow up and think, wait, we never went to war with Holland in the 70s. What kind of bullshit lie was that, Ma? You know, but at least you tried. You didn't go on the Maury Povich show and spin a big wheel to see which toothless mullet head was your baby daddy. You know what I mean? Holy shit. I was watching that Maury show the other day. There was this girl, there must have been like 20 dudes, and she's like, I fucked all y'all. I fucked all y'all. We gonna find out one of y'all my baby daddy. We fixing to find out right now. I fucked all y'all. Y'all ought to be embarrassed. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves all fucking me like that in the same 2-day period. Y'all really are shameless. Y'all really are. We gonna find out, Maury. I'm your baby daddy, baby. No, you ain't. Yes, I is. You are not my baby daddy, Cleamer. You fucked me in my butt. You're so stupid. He is so stupid, Maury. Don't even know how babies is made.
I don't even watch a lot of TV, although I did get TiVo 2 years ago, and I think when you own TiVo, every year you own it, you will become 25% more stupid than you were the year before you had it. Because TiVo knows what you tape, and then it tapes things it thinks you might like, so it becomes like an enabling bad roommate. Like, I taped one special about the world's smallest primordial dwarf who chain smoked. How do you not want to spend an hour with that little fellow, right? But then I come home from the road and TiVo's like, hey, Kathleen, welcome home. Want to see a lot of other dwarves with weird-ass shit going on? I like the show Hoarders. I don't know how many people are on, but yeah, that is a great show. If you've never seen it, it's people that just can't throw things away, that just gets really, really out of hand. And my friend stayed at my house, and I got back from the road. He goes, there is something wrong with you. I go, what do you mean? He goes, you have 17 episodes of Hoarders on your TiVo. I go, I know, don't you see the irony? I'm hoarding episodes of Hoarders. I watch a lot of the Discovery Medical Health channel. It's not that I even want to, but it's always on in hotels, and it's always like right before I'm gonna go to sleep, I seem to flip through that channel, and they will say the weirdest sentence you have ever heard in your life. Now you cannot turn it off. Somewhere on the road, this is what I hear. Join us for the next hour while we visit with Archie, the 84-pound one-year-old. Oh, you can't go to bed now? You gotta at least see Archie. What? 84-pound one-year-old. They come back from the break and the guy's so serious. That's what I love. He's all British and serious. On his first birthday, Archie weighed in at 84 pounds.
It was at this point his parents, Sarah and Nigel, became frightened.
But it took that long? I mean, like when he weighed 68 or something, nobody was like, holy crap, this is getting kind of weird. Where'd you get a pizza, Archie? You don't even know how to dial a phone. That's crazy.
I identify with Wells, you know. I struggle with my weight. I'm on this fancy diet, that Domino's pasta bread bowl diet. It's going all right. All right. Have you seen the Domino's pasta bread bowl? It's a bread bowl filled with pasta, covered in cheese. The only ingredient missing, a suicide note. I eat unhealthy. I actually enjoy eating unhealthy, but a Domino's pasta bread bowl, I mean, I got kids. I don't want one of them in a therapist's office. If my dad loved me, why would he eat a Domino's pasta bread bowl? Pasta in a bread bowl? That's a sign of a serious eating disorder, isn't it? I was out of control. I was putting pasta in bread bowls. It's a matter of time before I cover it with cheese. I needed help. I went to a meeting. It worked out. I love how Domino's presents it as some traditional entree from the old country. The pasta bread bowl. It's just like a Mama Domino used to make. Every Sunday, you get out of my kitchen when I'm making the pasta bread bowl. What's the matter for you? I'll break on your face. All the stereotypical phrases. I don't even know how you would come up with that idea. All right, we need a healthy alternative to the pizza, something like a salad. Do you mean like a bread bowl filled with pasta covered in cheese? No, I was thinking like a salad with lettuce. Oh, we could do that. Or we could fill pasta with bread and inject it in people's butts. Do we even work here? No, not really. I love the idea that there's someone at the Domino's headquarters taking credit for that, you know. Johnson, you came up with the pasta bread bowl. I sure did, sir. Yeah, we've been contacted by The Hague. You're being prosecuted for crimes against humanity. I have tried the Domino's pasta bread bowl. I was at a party, someone brought it, and then they died. And I have to admit, the entire time I was eating the Domino's pasta bread bowl, I was thinking, this could use a side of mashed potatoes. It was carbalicious. But Domino's is all carbs, right? They got the breadsticks and the Cinesticks. Why don't we get a pizza and it's an appetizer? We can have bread. And for dessert, how about this? Bread. Maybe I'll open a nice bottle of bread. We can rub bread on each other. Bread. I think Domino's is trying to kill us. I can't figure out those Domino's deals. You can get one large pizza for $15.99 or two large pizzas for a nickel. If we get them so fat they can't leave the house, then they have to call us again. It's called the Domino's effect. So simple. Domino's now offering sandwiches. Finally. Pasta sandwiches. Just whenever Domino's introduces a new product, I always think, I don't know if you guys have mastered the pizza yet. I don't think the crust and the box are supposed to be the same material.
I was in Playboy this summer. Thank you. Yeah. They listed me as a touring comedian that you should go see. I mean, someday they'll appreciate me for more than my words. But until then, my mom saw this article that was posted on Facebook. My mom's Facebook fluent. And she went into the comment section of the Playboy article and she wrote, "Oh dear." My mom is a virgin, and she wrote, "Oh dear, Playboy, purchasing this will be a first for me." Yeah, I didn't have the heart to tell her, it's just like an online thing. It's not gonna be in the print copy. And I didn't tell her. I really wanted her to go get one, She's an elementary school music teacher. We live in a small town. Just like imagine her going to the grocery, picking up a Playboy, putting it down on the counter, and just being like, it's not what it looks. My daughter is in here. And she gets it home and she's like thumbing through it like furiously looking for my face. And she's like, oh God, everybody's daughter is in here. Makes it less special.
And while we're on the subject of having children, it's time to instill some new rules. All right? I know the Bible told you to live long and multiply. The Bible didn't get caught in the middle of rush hour, did it? No. There's a lot of us. It's time to slow some shit down. No more having litters. No more having 8 or 9 kids. Are you out of your goddamn mind? Can't be a good parent to 8 kids. I know. My mom's one of 7, and there's 2 uncles we don't talk to. It's not smart people having a shit ton of kids either. I'd be fine with it if that was the case. But it's not. Not this, maybe last generation, but not this generation. You don't see 2 young doctors spitting 9 out, do you? No, it's always Cletus and Velveeta. Clogging up the trailer every 3rd fiscal quarter, and I'm fucking tired of it. New rule. If you're under 35, you get 3. 3! And that's 1 more than you should get. That's 2 and a fuck up. You can pick it. All right, it's for tax purposes. Maybe it was an accident. Maybe you had a lazy eye. Maybe you had twins. You know they're gonna be fucking weird, so now you got a normal one.
Now, the thing is, until you move in together, you have no idea how much you masturbate. See, fellas, when you live alone, it's glorious. You can jerk off whenever you want. You're just watching TV, something catches the mood. There we go. I think I'm gonna snap one off. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. I love Taco Bell. At 11 in the morning, you will masturbate to a gordita when you live alone. There is no one to stop you. When you get married, you have to find little corners to jerk off in. I've like masturbate behind plant pots, under little alcoves and stuff. But then we moved from our condo into like a house. We had a house built, because I'm a relatively successful Canadian entertainer, so I had a house built. Thank you. And when we had it built, they gave us the option, do you want a finished basement? I was like, yes. My wife's like, why do we need it? It's just the 2 of us. I'm like, because I'm a writer. I can have an office down there because I need to write. She's like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And then they gave us another option. They're like, do you want hardwood or carpet? And I was like, hardwood! My wife's like, why hardwood? I'm like, because it's better for your back, especially if you wear shoes. Hard shoes, tap shoes. Because I want to hear her coming, because I'm just going to be downstairs beating my cock into oblivion. I've got 3 monitors, 4 hard drives. I'm just down there like, yes! Freedom! It is fantastic. I have a proper little wank station. It's so fun. And my wife leaves me alone. She's like, no, you're a writer. I don't want to bother you. And occasionally, if she has to come and check on me, I hear those little fucking tap shoes coming my way, and I open some little browser windows, and I'm like, I'm writing, I'm working, I'm writing. But then eventually, like all things in life come to an end. My wife was like, you know what? This room's really big. I think I'm gonna start sewing or something. I don't know. I just want it. This is my room now.
You guys, are you ever just tired of being alive? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not suicidal. I just feel like I've done a lot and I've seen a lot, and now I'm like, let's wrap this shit up. Like, right? Like, how many fucking days are there? I want to skip a grade. Remember elementary school? You get to like the first day of whatever, 3rd grade, and you're like, where's Brian? And they're like, he skipped. Excuse me? How? And they're like, he can add like a motherfucker. I don't know, he's just 4, 8, 12, he gets it. And then you go, I want to skip, and they're like, don't even think about that, think about other shit. I'd love to skip in real life. That would be the best program. Like if they were like, all right, if you kill it this year, you have the best year, at the end of the year, a magical fairy or a government official will come to your house and they go, you crushed it this year. And you're like, I know. And then they're like, now you can skip as many years as you want. I'd be like, what the fuck? Really? Mm-hmm. How many do you want to skip? 30? Just land at retirement? I don't want to live much longer than that anyways. 70, maybe 71, 70 so I can be officially old and experience old guy stuff, like people talking to me like I'm a pet. And you ever see that when they're like, hey, how you doing? You're so good. Would you like me to get you anything? I'm like, yeah, put some water in my bowl. What the fuck is this shit? Like, but I don't want to live much longer than that. I mean, I hear people in conversation go like, I want to live to be 100. Really? Have you seen 80? I mean, my dad has a friend that's 87. He looks like a goblin, okay? He is terrifying to look at. And he knows it. He's like, I'm coming around the corner. Don't look at me. He knows it. It's scary. Here's how much it sucks to be that old. When he was 84, he stopped taking his heart medication. And I go, why'd you do that? He goes, I don't want to be here. And if you see him now, you're like, how you doing? He'll go, unfortunately, alive. But he won't take me. The only thing I have going for me with that old stuff is that I will be the best old guy. I already know it. Like, I have their personality. I'm antisocial as shit. I don't want to do anything. Like, whenever anybody says to me, like, hey, man, do you want to go check out I go, no to the rest of your sentence. Whatever it is, I don't want to do it. I don't want to meet new people. Not one more, as long as I live for the rest of my life. That's the same as old people. You can try it if you want. Be like, hey, Grandpa, I want you to meet Steve. And he'll go, fuck Steve. I know everybody I need to know. I'm gonna watch my shows. You know what I really want? I want to be that old. I don't know if it's an age. It's just a way of being old. There's a certain level of old where you get yelled at for trying to be helpful. That looks awesome. You know what I mean? It's like when an old guy's like, I'm gonna take out the trash. And someone's like, are you out of your fucking mind? Your spinal snaps. Sit down. Like, okay. I tried, I'm sorry. That looks amazing. I really want that old guy confidence that I see in the locker room. Yeah, that's another thing. Dude, another thing I've noticed since joining the gym, there's 2 types of guys. Guys that are 65 and older, and then guys that cover their dicks. Because old guys do not. It's crazy. The first few days, I thought it was peacocking, like showing off, because I saw some fucking hammers, like where you walk in and you're like, whoa, yeah. I wouldn't wear pants either. Nice work, pal. But then, like the third day, I saw a guy, he had just like the cutest little thing. And he was just like all on the, he was like, oil prices are crazy right now. I'm like, dude, you have a little grain of rice. You don't give a shit? He didn't. He didn't care. I want that confidence. I don't even know how it's attainable. Like, if I know anyone's gonna see it, dude, I'm gonna, give it a smack. And then you go, there's an inch. Let's not act like I'm the only self-fluffer in the room, okay? Dude. Ladies, if you've ever received a dick pic before, here's some secret intel. That's not the first shot. Pretty much goes like this. Click. Fuck that. And then... Oh yeah, that's me. That's all me right there. That's me. God, sweating my fucking balls off like a preacher. Amen. All right, so.
Like the drug thing is one thing. I wish I could be more into that whole scene. I wish I liked music more. But my friends are so into live music. I can't do it. It feels like a lot to me. It just feels very busy. It feels like my friends will go see like 3 bands a night. Like, oh yeah, we're going to see the Black Keys. And then we're going across the street and Morrissey's playing across the street. And then Morrissey's going across the street. So we're going across the street to see Morrissey some more. Like, it sounds crazy. And I'm just like, you could literally tell me like all the Beatles were alive and playing next door to my home. And if I already took my shoes off, I'd be like, I can't go, man. I can't. No, I want to. It's just like I'm on the couch already, and a new Hannibal started. I can't do it. It's just, I don't know. I go to those music festivals to do comedy sometimes, and that's rough too. I mean, I like it a little bit, I guess, and then it's just all hippies and stuff, and they're like, it's like dirty people with weird, restricted diets. Like, it's a weird thing to me. I was behind people at Bonnaroo, and they were ordering food, like from a food truck, and this chick was like, yeah, do you have like a soy rizo? Like, I just can't have gluten, but like soy rizo, like, are they farm? Like, she was just so specific about everything, and she's like, hey, can't eat meat, dairy, is it dairy free? Asking all these fucking questions. I'm like, bitch, you just blew a stranger in a tree. What are you talking about? Is that free range? Is that free range? You have some juggalo's heroin in your satchel, you weirdo. What are you doing? Oh no.
Men, we build from the bottom up. We start from pussy and work our way up to can you read? If we meet you and you go, I can't read, bitch, I wish you couldn't talk either, bitch. We start caring about you later. You build from the top down. You want to know my whole shit. Do I live with my mother? Do I drug? What's my credit score? Do I have kids? Out the fucking box. We down here in the gutter. You trying to be in the penthouse. You can't be the queen yet. Because you're the queen because I'm the king. Can't be a fucking queen without a king. Like the Queen of England, look. she's the queen, right? And that's what I'm saying about the trickle down theory about like women are always angry with us about something or another, but if you really are honest with yourself, ladies, and you look in the mirror and you really, really are being reasonable, you know we're better. We are just, we're better than you. We're not. Don't be mad. Don't be mad about it. Just don't do the thumbs down. Don't. Sweetie, listen to me. What's your name, by the way? Nicole. Thank you. See, I couldn't talk to you really no more. Mashonda. Yeah. Thinking Nicole. Just easy, Nicole. I saw you do that, but I know look. I tell you why we're great creatures. You're great too. But let's say if men and women got to interview with God, and men got to go, okay, you could be a woman, and then the woman could be a man, and then you would go, all right, before I turn you into a man and you into a woman, what would you change about being the other? You understand what I'm saying? So I'm saying, when I look at a woman, if I wanted to be one, other than the vagina and controlling the world with it, the rest is bad. It's just bad. The periods, the mood swings, the baby having. What would you change about being a guy? You wouldn't. We're the shit. We are the fucking shit. And you're lucky to be with us. You're lucky. Do you understand? My girl be talking shit. I be like, what do you really bring to my life, bitch? Tell me. Don't get mad. What do you bring?
If you're afraid of terrorism, the way to go is by bus. Have you ever been to a bus station? It's freaky, huh? People walking around dirty, filthy, wearing rags, babbling, shaking. No terrorist ever take out a bus station. They get down, they look around, they're like, damn, someone's already done this, bitch. I'm sitting in the bus station, minding my own business, reading Tada magazine, a magazine by and for gay magicians. But that's another story. Guy comes up to me. He's only got one tooth, just one, and he's not even taking good care of it. You figure when you're down to your last tooth, it's your baby in a bit. Not this fucker. He's like, hey man, can I help you? I'm like, help me do what? Remember to brush and floss regularly, or give a prison blowjob? What? He's like, no man, I thought you needed directions. Hey, you know, if I need directions, I'm not asking a man with one tooth. I'm asking a man with one leg. Because he definitely knows the easiest way to get there. Yup, if there's a shortcut, that one-legged fucker knows where it is. You won't be hopping fences, neither. I'm sorry, but I love a one-legged man. That is a good look. So manly. A one-legged man, he always looks like he's gonna kick your ass, but then he'd fall down and you'd have him. He always looks like he's come a long way to tell you something really important. Come over here. Listen, listen. It's slippery outside. Trust me, I only got one leg. Now turn me east. That guy's got information. You see a guy with one tooth, what does he know? Nothing. Taffy is delicious. I love taffy. Hey, can you help me start this apple? Come on, help me out.
This is fun. I don't think this is a comedy show anymore. This is just people hanging out. This is fucking fun. I don't want the show to end. I'm gonna take you guys all out to In-N-Out. We can continue this shit. Aren't we lucky to live in a place that has In-N-Out Burger, by the way? Oh my God. In-N-Out Burger is awesome. A double animal style with a chocolate shake tastes like pussy. It really does. It's awesome. Now, I don't know if this is everyone or just me, but when I have In-N-Out Burger, for some reason, I immediately have to take a shit. Like, it's immediate. Like, normally your ass gives you a countdown, like T-minus 10 minutes and counting. Not In-N-Out. You eat there, it's go time! The last time I was at In-N-Out Burger, I had to take a shit, so I run to the bathroom. Now, you have to understand something. When I'm in a public bathroom, you guys got all quiet when I was climbing the stool right there. Like, I'm just climbing the stool, and you guys are looking at me like, is he gonna make it? Somebody help him. I got it. It's cool. You gotta understand, when I'm in a public bathroom, my legs dangle, okay? Yes, they dangle. They don't even dangle below the door. No one knows I'm in the damn bathroom. I love doing phantom farts. That's the best. People walk in, they think they're by themselves. I just let rip, just... They start freaking out. What the hell was that? Why does it smell like Skittles? Dwarf farts smell like Skittles. They do. There's a gay guy in here right now thinking, I want to taste the rainbow. So I'm there in the bathroom doing my thing. This guy walks in, he does his thing. As he's walking out, he thought he was by himself. Turns off the light. I know. I'm not prepared for this situation. I don't know what to do. I'm panicking. And I was telling my buddy Adam this story, and Adam was just like, why don't you just reach the toilet paper? It's like, Dick, I can't reach the toilet paper, okay? I can't. I have little tiny crocodile arms, all right? That doesn't work. I have tiny arms. If a T-Rex ever saw me, it would be like, wow, that's fucked up. So I'm panicking, and I'm literally about to have an anxiety attack. And right before I do, I get a text message on my phone, and my phone lights up, and I'm like, ha! I reach down, grab my phone, click it, light, yeah. So I hop down, but I can't pull up my pants yet for obvious reasons. So I got my pants down, my phone's out, I'm walking around the bathroom like I'm midget Indiana Jones or something like that. I get up to the light switch, I flick it on. The second I do, another dude walks into the bathroom. He sees naked midget right in front of him. Life does not prepare you for naked midgets. I don't care who you are. You can be the biggest badass on the planet. You see naked midget, you freeze. So he's frozen. I'm frozen. We both don't know what to do. But I'm a comic. I say the first thing that pops into my head. I go, hey! Happy birthday to you. Could you imagine what he told his friends later that night? I was an In-N-Out Burger and a naked midget came out and sang me happy birthday. He threw Skittles at me. It was ridiculous. All right.
Here's what I think. If you're behind, whatever you're behind, we should triage all charity. So we take the most important and most easily solved first. Everyone works on that, and we'll get to yours eventually. I would start with starving people in a world full of food. That seems easy to solve You don't need scientists with lab reports and years. No, there's lots of shit, loads of food. There's just a transit problem. Someone from FedEx, get the food there. We live in a place of fucking horse meat is a scandal. They found horse meat. How dare, oh my God, have you heard? There was horse meat in my frozen processed lasagna meal. How dare they put a more lean and nutritional meat, and now we're gonna dump it by the warehouse fulls in the garbage dumps while people are starving to death on this planet. That makes no sense. I can solve that. Yeah, take that food and feed the people that don't have it. And then we get down to the next most important, and the wrongly accused, and the torture, and the thing, and the disease, and Occupy is lower, and then Save the Manatees even lower than that. And eventually, hopefully in a perfect world, we get down to the bottom, which is Toys for Tots. How fucking embarrassing is it to live in a country where Toys for Tots is an actual recognized legitimate charity? God forbid little Daniel go through some bogus holiday made for some fake deity without Lincoln Logs. The horror. The horror. That's why they have to have Marines and bikers enforce that shit like henchmen. Because otherwise you just go, fuck you, toys, there's starving people. And then some big fucking crew cut guy, I fucking fought for your freedom. Give me a goddamn Lego for the kid. It's gonna be tough.
That's my brother Joe. My brother Joe is here tonight with us, my brother, and he's my older brother. I always followed in his footsteps. He wore overalls, I wore overalls. He lit off fireworks in the attic. I was hit by the fireworks and rushed to the hospital. And when I was 14, he got me my first job as a busboy at a restaurant. And it was really exciting, but I was so young, and I worked for these like tough Boston cooks. You know, I'm from Boston, and so they really didn't like look at me or talk to me. But then one day, one of the guys was like, give me this blank stare, and he goes, "How'd you get this job anyway?" And I was like, "Oh, my brother Joe worked here last summer." And his eyes lit up, and he goes, "Joey Bag of Donuts?" Your brother's Joey Bag of Donuts? We love Joey Bag of Donuts. And I was like, yeah. So I went home that night and I go, "Joe, was your nickname at the restaurant Joey Bag of Donuts?" And he was like, "No. That was this other guy. That guy was awesome." So for the rest of the summer, I had to live the lie that my brother was Joey Bag of Donuts. They'd be like, "Seriously, how much can Joe Bags drink?" I was like, "So much." But I had this fear in my pit of my stomach that one day the real Joe Bags would walk in the door and they'd be like, "Joe Bags, we've been hanging out with your brother." And he'd be like, "That fag's not my brother!" And then Joe Bags, so I call him Joe Bags now, just in case, you know, just as a precaution. I call him Joe Bags.
Come on, we're selfish. I know you may think an internet community is a community, but it's not. It's still you sitting at home jerking off. Do you understand? I mean, what is at the core of American culture right now?